Hey, how's it going, GB fans? It's Hrvoje. Thanks for tuning in. You see the name on the box, you see the logo on the shirt, so you know it's Nike Zoom Freak 4 time. We hope you had a great summer, but probably it wasn't as great as the summer that our hero of today's story had. Of course, we're talking about Giannis Antetokounmpo, his fourth signature model, the Zoom Freak 4. But not only that, he also had a movie released about the inspirational story about the success of his family, his path to the NBA, his brothers. So a truly inspirational story. The movie is called Rise. Then also Giannis is playing at the Eurobasket competition where Greece is one of the favorites. So he could actually end up walking away with a gold medal, and along with the list of achievements that he already has, being an NBA champion, Finals MVP, regular season MVP, All-Star Game MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, you name it. He has pretty much done it all, but there's no signs of stopping him, and this shoe is one of the best examples of it. And here it is, the Zoom Freak 4. A great looking, great performing shoe, and we'll start with the tech specs and the functional details, and then finally we'll get into the design and how this shoe feels when you put it on and once you start playing around with it. So, to begin with, I guess the most obvious part of the technology that we can see on the shoe right here, it's the Air Zoom Pod, and I think it's really cool that it's visible, but it's not only visible here on both sides of the midsole, it's also visible here through the sole. And not only is this a great design thing, but it's also a functional feature because it allows the Zoom bubble to expand, providing you with, great reaction to every move that you make. So a huge plus with the shoe right here. I mentioned the word reaction, which is kind of similar to the React foam that we have been seeing a lot lately in Nike shoes. And while it is not shown here, normally when React foam is used, there's the React logo. We don't see it here, but it's interesting that back here below the heel, there's a GT Run logo. And if you remember, the GT Runs used React foam, so this is, if it's not the React foam, it's very similar. It's, just the right amount of softness to it. Feels great when you put the shoe on. So great things that we're seeing here on the midsole. Speaking of the sole, you can see there's a multi-directional pattern used on it, and it works great. One word of advice would be to keep these shoes for indoor use only, because in my opinion, it will perform great outdoors as well, but I don't know how long it will last. I mean, that's the case with most shoes anyway, but that's just the one advice that we have right here. Another interesting detail about the sole is that it is basically decoupled. It has two distinctive parts under the forefoot, under the heel, but unlike, Russell Westbrook's models, they're not completely separated. There's still a connection between them, and what this does is that it gives you a great front to back transfer of energy, heel to toe. So another great thing going on with the shoe right here. And now we can move to the upper. Once you take a closer look, you can see that there are different types of mesh material being used, which is great for ventilation, but also durability. I like this part right here because it gives you excellent forefoot lockdown. There's great comfort and lockdown in the heel with the heel counter, so all of that works great. There's even a mesh material used here on the tongue for additional ventilation. So all of these great features keep adding up for a great shoe. And finally, as I mentioned, we'll talk about the looks. Obviously, the most dominant part of the design is the reverse swoosh logo. We've seen it as soon as the original Freak 1's released, and here it's even bigger and bolder. But the best thing is that it's not just a design feature that helps the shoe look amazing if you ask me. It also provides lateral stability for your, Euro step moves, or for Giannis's Euro step moves, and the type of energy and speed that he brings. So he needs this support. And there's also a part here to provide support on the inner side. So all of these things really put together in a great way. And finally, some more details that we can point out. Of course, we have the Giannis logo here on the heel. Under the heel, we have it on the tongue. We have the names of his brothers, children, parents. So great details all around the shoe. Great performer. We're already seeing a lot of players wearing them at the aforementioned Eurobasket competition. So my recommendation is, if you have a chance, come visit our stores, check the shoe out, and also, if you're interested in different colorways, make sure that you subscribe to our channel, follow us on social media. We'll provide updates about colorways and additional news we have about Giannis and his entire line that he has with Nike, because it's not only shoes or his signature model. Of course, there's the Immortality T model, there's the clothes. So like I said, make sure to check it all out, follow us, and that should be it. Thanks for tuning in.